The Justice League disappeared in their battle with Pariah, meaning it's all up to Jonathan Kent, the brand new young Superman, to build a new league to fight the tide of darkness. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Dark Crisis issue number 1, the official kickoff to this brand new Crisis level event, and find out together, shall we? So then, the book opens with a candlelight vigil for the fallen heroes. Dick Grayson, Nightwing, tells a very impassioned story about the night he first swore to uphold the heroic ideal. This is actually re-canonizing an old piece of Batman and Robin history wherein Bruce had Dick swear basically an oath by candlelight. Nightwing talks about how that moment meant a lot to him, how it taught him to be that light in the darkness. To be the type of hero who doesn't just fight crime and criminality, but upholds good. And right about now, the world could use about as much good as it could get its hands on, with the main members of the Justice League gone and assumed dead. Villainous factions from all over the world, including the Doomsday Cult of the Cobra, are trying to make their big power plays for domination. John Kent, Superman, and Wally West, the Flash, are leading the charge against this insurrection, and they admit that it all feels kind of weird that it's only really the D-list villains who are making moves right now, while all the major AAA players are being quiet, almost as if they know something the heroes don't. The Cobra threat is nipped in the bud by the late appearance of Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. Geez, you know, you disappear to space for like a decade and you come back and all your friends are dead, huh? John and Wally are naturally happy to have the backup and to have such an old superhero hand hopefully help them unravel the mystery of what became of the original League. The only clue that the heroes actually have to go on is the surviving Black Adam, the only person who made it back from that multiversal mission that saw the League killed at the hands of Pariah. Black Adam was only saved because of the nature of the magical lightning that gives him his power. He also seems to wrongly assume that while the League died, they managed to stop the Great Darkness. Obviously, we as the reader know that's not true, and even some of the other heroes like Hal himself have a hard time believing this. In fact, Green Lantern doesn't like Black Adam at all, saying that he's a villain, that he's tried to kill them a bunch of times, and that they shouldn't trust what he has to say. John sticks up for Black Adam, saying that if his father Superman wanted him on the team, it's because he believed that he was capable of redemption. And from there, the heroes basically decide to go their separate ways and work this Dark Crisis angle from different points of view. Want to follow Flash and Green Lantern? Be sure to pick up their tie-in stories. And as far as John goes, well, he has to continue dealing with what he's been dealing with ever since he took up the Superman mantle, and that is living in the shadow of his very famous father. How can he shine? Well, not on his own. If the League truly is gone and no one knows when or if they're going to be coming back, the young Superman decides now is the perfect time to go on a bit of a recruitment drive. First up, we have Yara Floor, the brand new Brazilian Wonder Girl. Her and John join forces to defeat a fire monster that's rampaging through the Amazon forest right now. Apparently, whatever's happening in the multiverse with the Great Darkness is affecting even the magical world too. What's truly surprising though is that when John makes his offer for Yara to join his brand new team, she actually turns him down, saying, "Hey, I'm newer at this superhero game than you are. I can't be expected to fill Wonder Woman's shoes. Besides, I got a whole forest and lost tribe of Amazons that need protecting." And if things are already this bad with villainous groups rising up trying to power grab, it's only a matter of time before they start making trouble in her neck of the woods. Now, even though that was a bust, John is not discouraged. He just moves on to his next potential applicant, and that would be Jace Fox, the Batman of New York City. Man, I feel so bad I haven't been keeping up with this book. John as Superman helps Jace as Batman take down the Trigger Twins and offers that maybe they should become the brand new world's finest. After all, a Superman must always have a Batman, right, to balance each other out. They're like peanut butter and jelly of the DC universe. Once again, though, John gets totally shut out. Jace says that he does his own thing, that the last Batman who joined a team ended up dying, and if John really wants a new Batman, he should just pick a Robin already. I mean, harsh, but also kinda fair at the end of the day. Now, with his top two prospects turning him down, John has no other choice but to put out the feelers to a bunch of different fan-favorite characters from across the DC universe. You got Dr. Light too, Killer Frost, who admits that this would be her second chance, Harley Quinn, Vixen, both Blue Beetles, and even Booster Gold. Seriously, it's a veritable who's who of cult favorites and characters that rarely ever get the spotlight. John is pretty happy with this team, but believe it or not, Black Adam isn't. He's feeling a lot of survivor's guilt right now, believing that he should have died with the rest of the League so he could be reunited with his beloved beloved formerly known as Isis. Adam also has even more harsh words for John, saying that he's a child playing at being a hero, that his new team makes no sense, and that everyone knows the real man who should be rising up to take the reins of the superhero community is Dick Grayson, ironically the one man who doesn't seem to want the job. What is Nightwing doing right now? Well, he's back at Titans Academy helping train the next generation of superheroes, or he was before that book got cancelled. I actually really like this scene because Dick is teaching teamwork and responsibility by using the trapeze, the thing that he grew up on in the circus. This happy moment, though, is unfortunately shattered when the tower ends up coming under attack by the secret society of supervillains and their new leader, Slade Wilson Deathstroke. Deathstroke, you may or may not remember, had actually died in the pages of the event Shadow War, only to be resurrected via the Lazarus Pit, and it's heavily implied that the Great Darkness got inside his head, too. Deathstroke says he plans to use the confusion of the Justice League disappearing as the ultimate opportunity to end his decades-long blood feud with Nightwing and the Titans once and for all, snuffing them out and by extension the heroic legacy all in one fell swoop. But that's not all. As the comic comes to a close, we actually check back on in with Pariah, who is very much not dead following his fight with the Justice League. Instead, he's just licking his wounds, watching events from afar, and biding his time until he can eventually make the trip to Earth Zero and finish the Great Darkness's work as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Dark Crisis issue number 1, everybody, and overall I thought it was a pretty standard but still pretty enjoyable kickoff to a brand new Crisis event. I can certainly see where Williamson is going with this story, and that is mainly we've seen dozens of different Crises of varying quality starring the original Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, so pretty much the only way to make a Crisis story fresh in 2022 is by focusing on newer, younger characters for whom they haven't done this same song and dance 100 times before. Williamson, much like me, also seems to have a love and admiration for the more culty, fan-favorite heroes, and this issue seems to promise that we're going to be seeing a lot of them. Beyond that, the art is good, and yeah, it's just a pretty good first issue, which is why I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.